Kiev was a very interesting experience because it was at the time when the Iron Curtain really had fallen. It was fairly recent. So the country was in a state of disarray. I mean, it was the economy's falling apart. It's a fairly dark, it's a beautiful historical city. We recorded the concertos in the studio there in this large state-subsidized studio. We flew our engineer from New York with all his equipment and his microphones, a suitcase full of food, and we sat down. It was two days of recording, basically. And at the same time, they were recording other things, pieces for piano, pieces for violin and orchestra. And it was cold. The food was absolutely horrendous. And
suitcase food or the native?
The native food was just absolutely, it's incomprehensible. And, you couldn't drink the water, and the toilets were like, going to a Friday the 13th movie. It was this whole situation where everything on the outside was so difficult, and the weather on top of that, it was very cold. It was bitterly, bitterly cold. And I had blown a disc in my back at the same time that I was doing this recording. So I'm sitting and we also flew, to make matters even worse. I flew on a Russian airline. I think it was Air Ukraine. And of course, Air Ukraine, I don't know who makes the airplanes, but you can literally feel the fuselage bouncing around you when the plane takes off. Accompanied by several vodkas on the takeoff, my guitar wedged between my legs with a lot of Russian guys around me, joking and screaming out loud. We made it directly. We flew New York, Kiev. They just dumped the bags on the floor. Everybody runs and gets their bag. And that was it. We had to sit down, and I remember taking 10 or 11 Advils a day to try to keep my leg from flaring up. So I played with, my right leg on top of a chair, my left leg on a cushion, and we just did it. It was just one of those things, act of faith. You got to just do your job.